It's a matter of, yes, giving focus on reusing buildings, but designing new buildings, because we do need new buildings. There's no question. We cannot not build, but build those buildings with a mindset that allows future different uses and adaptive reuse built into those new buildings, and just take into account life cycle thinking in general for buildings, so that we understand buildings, for example, as a temporary storage of building material, if you will. So the idea of reuse becomes of paramount importance, and that's thinking that goes not just into the way we embrace adaptive reuse, but also in the way we build and design new buildings. With the possibility in mind that these buildings in the future may be deconstructed and that building components may be reused. Or buildings are designed, like a looser jacket in a way that unintended future uses can actually be accommodated. That has, especially in the States and in the larger cities, has become an issue now in the post-COVID world, where we're looking, for example, at the adaptive reuse of Class C office buildings into residential buildings. So there are unintended consequences of experience that we make through, like, for example, the COVID pandemic, where we need to test buildings in ways that wasn't anticipated when those buildings were designed. Cities are still the best model for sustainable dwelling on this planet, and for many reasons. Cities provide a model where we can share resources that make certain systems even possible, like public transportation, for example, is intricately related with ridership and critical mass. As a species, we want to build communities. We want to be together, and cities are the model for that sort of sustainable existence on the planet. Not every city performs equally well. There are issues about inclusivity and equity that play a great role. We have conducted recently a series of city pulse surveys that focus on understanding how people feel in their respective cities. We took away from those results that there's a great unease about, even on a very personal level, whether or not people can afford living in the place that they're living. Again, that's the challenge to us as designers, as urban planners. I do think, though, that, and I'm personally optimistic, that there's enough for us to work on, to propose, to make cities livable in the future. There are certainly new models that we need to embrace, like the concept of the circular city, or what's called the donut economy, meaning that livelihoods in cities are balanced to not exceed the carrying capacity of the place itself, but also be inclusive for everyone. One of the, for example, exciting opportunities that we actually will be embarking next week is a partnership with UN Habitat on a new platform called the Cities Investment Facility. And the Cities Investment Facility literally is about how cities can help contribute to the advancement of sustainable development goals, make cities more livable in the long run, and work exactly at that juncture of acknowledging that cities are the model for the future, but they need to be planned right, they need to be designed right, and they need to be inclusive in a place for everyone. I think we have to be optimistic about our future, and we have to be optimistic about the fact that the design profession and us actors in this world that creates the built environment need to be important contributors to proposing ideas and proposing visions and translate these commitments into actual solutions. I'd like to say it's a creative mind that has the capability of contributing essentially to making the world a better place in a very profound sense. And I think this, again, the challenge of our time is that this is such a complex issue that we as designers take on numerous roles.